Welcome back to our Nike New Balance weekend of walking. The gap day and the meet schedules allows me to do this in two parts so I can separate the different ends of the video without knowing how day two turns out. So first, we're going to start off the New Balance event, and then we'll go ahead and cover the Nike event after those results are known. Lastly, we'll go over the combined results to see which meet had the better performances overall and announce the meet winner. As always, we'll include the images and videos of the action too. Beginning with New Balance. The boys' race played out exactly as expected. Colin Graham of New Jersey led the first 5 laps, and as his pace faltered, Rowan McDonald of Maine seized the opportunity without hesitation, breaking away and winning by a considerable margin in 7:05.96, which is now the US number 2, to 7:18.24. In doing so, he defended his title and broke the meet record of 7:12 flat by Ryan Allen from New Jersey from 2022. The next 4 finishers to round out the medals were Ian Britt of Maine in 7:34.32 for US number 3, Cyrus Schillenbeck of New York in 7:52.91 for US number 4, Carter Butterfield of Maine in 8 flat .83, and Joshua Rothbury of Maryland in 8:05.12. 3 of the top 6 and 5 of the 11 starters are underclassmen, so this bodes well for the development of future race walkers, and we hope to see more of them racing at this level. Overall, it was a pretty clean race too, with 0 DQs affecting the results. We've got interviews with McDonald and Rothery, where they go over their races and the experience at New Balance and what is coming up for them, followed by the highlight picks and the videos.
All right, we're here with Rowan McDonald, our national champion and meet record holder. Can you take me through the race today and tell me how it went?
All right, so kind of going into the race, I was thinking, I was super excited to be racing Colin. I kind of knew he was going to be my main competition, and I was thinking, Colin likes to take it out really quick, so I'm going to kind of let him do that. I'm just going to sit right on his shoulder and kind of let him kind of lead the race at first. And I was doing that. The first couple laps, I was like, man, this is a really rough pace. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to hold this. And then I think our third lap was a 53, so we were slowing down. I was like, okay, I just kind of got to stick with it. I think with 3 or 4 to go, Colin really started to fall off, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to take this and kind of run or walk with it and kind of get ahead of them. And then in the last couple laps, I was just trying to close it out as quick as I could and beat my time from last year.
That's awesome. How does it feel to get that meet record?
It's pretty great because last year I missed it by less than a second, so getting it this year was pretty great.
That's awesome. What are your plans for the rest of the season? Are you going to Adidas?
I'm going to Adidas and Nike. I kind of want to race really well all 3 of those, so I'm excited to do both.
Yeah, the Triple Crown. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I hope so.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we are here with 10th grader Joshua Rothery, 6th place at New Balance Nationals. Can you take me through the race?
Well, I didn't get off to a great start. I sort of messed up the footwork and I had to start a bit behind everyone else. And this is my first time doing an indoor track, so I wasn't used to, first time doing an indoor track at Nationals. So I wasn't used to how tough the toes would be on my legs. So that was a bit of a shock. But as soon as I got to my rhythm, I started passing a lot of people to slowly work my way up to my first All-American spot. So
right.
Yeah.
You were 8th outdoors last year, so how does it feel to get that All-American spot?
I mean, it's a relief because I didn't get off to such a great start. I was like, oh no, not again. But I just decided to pull the negative thoughts out of my head and just focus on the race and just see what I could do, and it paid off in the end.
Awesome. What's your plans for the rest of the season?
To make sure that I'm working more towards a faster time so I can get even higher placement and push myself to see what the highest possibilities I can do.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks, yeah.
Just like the boys, the girls' race started out with clear favorites, separating themselves quickly. Taylor Farrell of New York, just off her New York high school champs win, never trailed, but was challenged gamely by Madison Morgan of Texas, the meet record holder. They were together for 5 laps when Morgan attempted to pass, and Farrell essentially said, "Nope, not today." She broke away with 2.5 laps to go and was not challenged again, taking the win in 7:05:14 for a new meet record, the U.S. #1 time, and the all-time #9 performance in the distance. This puts her ahead of Olympian Robin Stevens on that list. Morgan came in second and also was under her 7:17:28 meet record from 2023 with a 7:15:88. They were joined on the podium by Samantha Benson Tyler of New York in 7:40:34, U.S. #3, Ava Catani of New York in 8:02:46, U.S. #6, Madison Tuttle of New York in 8:07:72 for U.S. #7, and Sophia Schouten of New York in 8:09:92, U.S. #8. Also achieving performance rankings were Rachel Lee of New York in 8:15:64 for U.S. #9, Summer Familio of New York in 8:16:30 for U.S. #10, and Veronica Wolnicki of New York in 8:23:68, which puts her at U.S. #13. In this race, we did have 3 disqualifications, which would have been 4, 5, and 6 in the final standings. And so that affects how the meet comparison is going to look when we compare the Nike and the New Balance final performances. Those were the only 3 DQs in this race. The rest of the field filled out as it was expected, and it was a pretty solid race top to bottom. And from there, we've got some highlights for you to enjoy. Okay, we're back with the Nike meet. So reversing the order of events, the girls began the day with 2 heats of competition. Heat 1 was won by Maya Boyington of Maine in 8:17:61, just edging out Jennifer Oliveros Valerio of New York in 8:17:72. Brianna Tucci of New York was third in 8:18:83, and Chloe Howard of New York was fourth, going 8:25:64. This set up the faster heat, and they knew the task ahead of them to assure the podium spots. Challenge accepted. Madison Morgan of Texas, off her second at New Balance 2 days ago, wasn't challenged after 400 meters and won easily in 7:19:87. Places 2 through 6 was a tightly contested race with New Yorkers coming in this order. Gianna Mari, 7:32:16, which has her at U.S. #3. Desi Dubois, 7:33:91, U.S. #4. Abby Callanan, 7:35:32, U.S. #5, and Samantha Benson Tyler, 7:41:08. They were followed by California native Ava Torgerson, the youngest in the field by 2 years in 7:42:21, and she's now US number 7. Also making the performance list were 6 New Yorkers and 1 Mainer. They're Danielle Chiarello in 7:53:78 at number 10, Juliana Watawa, an 8:01:33, number 12, Louisa Ludmar, 8:08:74, number 15, Rachel Lee in 8:15:31 as number 17, Maya Boyington in 8:17:61 is number 19 now, followed by Brianna Tucci in 8:18:63 at number 20, and Chloe Howard slides in with her 8:25:64 at US number 22. Thanks to all who submitted these highlights.
Good job, Maddie. Good job, Ava. Good job, Desi.
Wrapping up the day was the boys' race, which was a thriller. Colin Graham of New Jersey and Rowan McDonald of Maine continued their friendly rivalry with match number 2. Graham was determined to not do all the early work, nor let McDonald break away from him in the second half again. The top 2 boys in the U.S. went stride for stride with one another for the entire race, never more than 0.7 seconds apart. In the end, it was McDonald who emerged with a photo finish win by 0.07 seconds. That's about the width of your shirt. In 7:02:12 to 7:02:19. Both set season bests and now are US number 1 and number 2 in that order. Ian Britt was third again in 7:48:19, followed by Carter Butterfield, also of Maine, in fourth at 7:52:39, which now puts him at US number 4. Blake Farmer of North Carolina was fifth in 7:56.05 for the US number 6, and Phineas Scherer of Maine made the podium with his 8:20.22. Judging did play a big role in this race with 5 DQs, including the 6th placed walker across the line. And let's head on over and look at those race highlights. And now for the final reveal. Which meet won the head-to-head competition? We looked at the results with and without DQs for those athletes who completed the race but were notified afterwards of the DQ happening. In every scenario, Nike was the winner of both the boys and girls event scoring. For the boys, the faster duo times of McDonald and Graham in New York was the difference. For the girls, spots 3 through 6 did the work with an 11-point difference between the meets. So congratulations to the Nike Indoor National race walkers. You have bragging rights until this time next year, when New Balance will surely be looking to take the title from you. Thanks again for joining us. Share our site with your teammates and have them subscribe. Also, remember, we bring these videos to you when all the other channels act like you don't exist. Help keep us going by supporting our efforts with a merch buy in our store. That's all for today. Have a great one, and we'll see you again soon.